Welcome to Golden Lion football. Tim Stubbs and Carl Wimper here from Senior Day at Golden Lion Stadium. Glad to be with you once again as we're just about set for the opening kickoff here this afternoon. UAPB hosting Alabama A&M, old SWAC rival here to close out the season. Senior Day is always special as UAPB says goodbye to a number of seniors. Of course, Ben Anderson stands out, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the UAPB football program. He plays his final home game here today.
He does. And Ben has had a terrific, he's all-time leading passer in Golden Lions football history, and that kind of thing. But not only Ben, but he's got some of the guys who's been around him for a long, long time. That we talk about C.J. Branch, Kelley Carter. He's in graduate school, and Isaiah Ferguson, the kid from New York. So, and my guy Michael Wilson, the fullback from Earl. So these are some guys been around for a long, long time. And like Ben Anderson, Michael Wilson is the fifth receiver.
Just about set for the kickoff. Alabama A&M is going to be Alabama A&M set to kick it away here. And the Golden Lions have it. Short return, and they'll take over at about on the 28-yard line.
Well, Tim, there's some mixed emotions going in this ball game because UAPB's offensive coordinator Anthony Jones coached this Alabama A&M football team for about 7 or 8 years. So he's sideline facing his own team.
He is. Of course, it's been a very trying year for him. Tragedy in his direct family, and our thoughts and prayers still remain with Coach Jones and his family, but first time he's ever coached up against his former team. Here on the opening snap, it's going to be Anderson. He scrambles over the 30 to about the 32-yard line, and he's going to feel a lot of heat, and he's been getting a lot of it this year. He's been able to still have a very productive and fine senior season, but playing his final game with that UAPB across his chest. It's going to be a little bit of an emotional day for him, I'm sure.
It is, and of course I talked with Ben just yesterday, and he's excited about today's ball game. He's got his parents here. Of course, his parents are here a lot, but it's a special day being Senior Day.
Handoff's going to go to Hanley, and Brian Hanley up to about the 35-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Golden Lions.
Well, Tim, when you look at this Alabama A&M football team, defensively, it's a traditional team. They're not very big on defense. The ends go 6'3", 255 pounds, and that's Klein. And Dominique Wright is 6'2", 220 pounds. They're very small up front, very quick linebackers, and it's very difficult to run outside in this Alabama A&M ball club.
Shotgun snap coming up here on 3rd and 3 for Anderson. And they're going to blow it dead here. Wasn't the play clock. May have a false start. Didn't see the official, but it's going to go against UAPB, and I believe it was a false start.
Yeah, I think Joel Porsche that jumped a little quick. He's a receiver out of Los Angeles, another one of those seniors who was recognized during the pregame ceremonies.
So instead of 3rd down and 3, it's going to be about 3rd down and 8 here for the Golden Lions. They have 3 receivers to work with. Shotgun formation, 2-back set. Anderson set to throw it, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to feel the pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Back at the 26-yard line, and a loss of about 4 on the play. So it's going to bring up 4th and long, and Nieheiser on to kick it away.
That false start penalty on Porsche was just, and when you go from 3rd and 3 back to 3rd and 8, that's a big difference. So Nieheiser on to punt it away here. Alabama A&M does a nice job. Got benefit of a penalty there that made it a 3rd and long for UAPB, but they did a pretty good job to start the game, and a slow start for UAPB. Rugby style kicker to the right here, end over end kick's going to be fielded, fair catch at the 32. Spotted at the 31, and that's where Alabama A&M will take over here at the 31-yard line. They're on 31. Of course, they're in their road jerseys, their white tops, maroon bottoms, white helmets, with the maroon Alabama A&M
go. Of course, the Golden Lions in their all-black attire with gold accents and black helmets. As it's turned out to be a pretty nice day, a very low crowd here on hand for the ball game.
It certainly is, Tim. It's there's something about those ball games at the end of the season, those home ball games.
A little delayed handoff here out of the shotgun, and not much there, maybe a gain of 1 for Alabama A&M. They bring up second down and long.
It's been a tough year for Alabama A&M along with the Golden Lions. These two teams, Tim, met back in 2006 in the SWAC championship game down in Birmingham.
Jamison Lee is the quarterback. On that last carry was Harvey Harris. Those two remain in the game. They're going to throw it. Jamison's pass is complete. But now, let's see. Yep, they're going to say he held on to it for a gain of about 10. That's enough for a Bulldog first down at the 43-yard line.
Gerald Turner is really pleased with the official from up top of the team. Like he didn't have control of the football, but they're going to call it a complete catch.
First down, Bulldogs.
So it's going to be a first down for Alabama A&M. They'll have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 back in the backfield. That's Harris as Jamison awaits the snap here. Looks right now left, throws back shoulder throw incomplete, threw it behind his intended receiver, O'Darius Williams, and it'll bring up second down and 10. Let's say a special thanks real quick, Carl, to the law office of Charles Scott, personal injury attorney serving Pine Bluff and surrounding areas, located at 6900 Sheridan Road in Whitehall, for providing today's sandwiches for our UAPB TV crew. So special thanks to the law office of Charles Scott for taking care of us today, of course provided by Thomas Groceries, Gifts and More. Over the middle, and incomplete again. It was the same receiver they're trying to go to. That's O'Darius Williams, as it falls incomplete. And it's going to be third down and 10, so third and long coming up here for the Bulldogs with 11:47 to go. Here in the first quarter, no score. This is the first drive for Alabama A&M. UAPB went 3 and out on their opening drive.
You know, Jamison Lee is a big kid. He's 6'1", 215 pounds. But Tim, he's from Honolulu, Hawaii. So it's
well, UAPB's basketball team just came from there.
He sure did very well over there.
Rolling out, Jamison's just going to crank it up and dial it deep. A jump ball, but it's going to be way out of bounds and uncatchable. And the Golden Lions forcing Alabama A&M to punt the football here after giving up that 1 first down. So a slow start to this one for both offenses, as we're going to see 2 punts here on each of their own first possession.
Tim, after about with a bit of cold weather early this week and some rain, it's turned out to be a great football day.
It certainly has. A little mild today, actually. Temperatures reaching around 70 degrees here this afternoon in Pine Bluff. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and another cold front coming through, but it is very mild and a little bit warm today. Not a very good kick. He did get a good roll off of it, but it was a line drive kick. It's going to roll down at about the 17-yard line, so that's where Ben Anderson and company will do work and take back over here. First and 10 with 11:26 to play. Here in the first quarter, no score. The Golden Lions will see if they can do something with the football here, and they'll have a lot of field to work with as they start on their own 17.
Yeah, well, you know, these two teams, they've struggled this year. UAPB is 3-7 overall and 2-6 in the SWAC, and Alabama A&M is 3-5 in conference play and 4-7 on the year.
Operate under center this time, and now we have officials coming in here before they can get the snap off, and that's going to be another false start on the Golden Lions. Back them up 5 yards.
Those 2 false start penalties here in the first quarter, those are kind of penalties there, just, you know, drop a couple of bananas, because they're more or less like mental mistakes.
High formation again. It's going to be Hanley, or check, that's Wilson, the senior. Gets to the edge to about the 23, maybe the 24-yard line. And Monty Coleman mentioned his tradition here, starting all of his seniors that are obviously healthy and able to play. Those are the ones who will start on senior day. And that time, your buddy from Earl, Arkansas, he started off his in high school, he was a Bulldog, and now he's playing the Bulldogs here to finish out his career.
He had a heck of a high school career, too. He rushed for over 1,500 yards and scored 24 touchdowns as a senior. His senior year, Earl won the Class A state championship.
2nd down and 4 again. They'll give it to Wilson. He gets tripped up at close to first down yardage around the 27-yard line. And they say it's enough for a first down, so move the chains. So back-to-back carries for Chris Wilson. Michael Wilson, rather. And Wilson gives the Golden Lions a first down at the 27-yard line.
In his spare time, I told you he's a songwriter. He loves recording rap songs. Again, I've listened to some of them pretty doggone good.
Hand off straight ahead, and again, it's Wilson. Wilson, a gain of 11. And picks up another first down, so 3 straight carries.
Well, Michael is running behind that big offensive line, Kelley right there. The left tackle for the Golden Lions, another one of those seniors, a graduate student that's come out the ball very, very well. And on that last play, Kelley Carter opened up a huge hole for Wilson to get through.
No gain on the next play here. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
You know, I don't know if Michael Wilson's a little winded right now because he had 4 consecutive runs, but Brian Hanley spared him. He's in at the running back spot. The young man the junior out of Monticello.
Shotgun here for Ben Anderson. They'll slip it to the back again, and once again gets hit. This time he's going to lose a yard. Hanley knocked back to the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long with 9:30 and counting. Here in the opening quarter, no score, but the Golden Lions faced with 3rd and long.
Well, I'm sure UAPB's had a good week of practice for this Alabama A&M ball club because who knows this team better than Anthony Jones being the head coach? He knows them perhaps inside and out, what they do offensively and defensively in certain tendencies.
4 receiver set this time, no back set. Anderson takes the snap all day to throw it. It's going to check down, and King's got it at the 43 and tripped up there. He's going to be well shy of the first down, about 4 yards shy. And once again, the Golden Lions forced to punt the football away.
Yeah, good shoestring tackle there by Dexter Reese, the cornerback for Alabama. He's tiny, too. He's 5'9", 150 pounds, a true freshman out of Roanoke, Alabama. Went to Hanley High School.
And for the Bulldogs, number 16, Rashad Anderson.
So for team, UAPB's first 2 drives, really haven't been able to generate much offense.
No, not at all. Got the 1 first down. Here's a spiraling kick. Going to be taken on 1 bounce by Anderson and maybe knocked out of bounds there, right along the sideline on the Alabama A&M sideline and out of bounds. And back at about the 11 or 12-yard line. So
yeah, you wonder why Rashad Anderson even fielded at football because it's pretty dangerous they're fielding it.
So A&M will take over here in a pretty fast-moving first quarter, but not a whole lot of action. Still 0-0, 8:15 to go in the first. UAPB with 2 shots at it. Had to punt both times. A&M, this is their second possession. They had to punt on their first possession. Now they will take back over. Jamison Lee, the quarterback. Hand off this time. A little bit of running room off the left side to about the 15-yard line. Harvey Harris picks up about 3 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
Good open field tackle there for UAPB by Jontrell Lockett, the young man out of Alexandria, Louisiana, linebacker.
Jamison, little pistol style formation, handoff. This time trying to get to the edge, some running room, close to first down yardage is Brandon Eldemeyer, sophomore running back out of Miami, Florida. It's going to be maybe about a yard shy or less. It's right at the marker.
See, with Brandon Eldemeyer, the running back for Alabama A&M. He's tiny, 5'8", 175 pounds, out of Miami, Florida. He's a redshirt sophomore.
Actually, they give him the first down yardage, so first down here for the Bulldogs. Eldermeyer again, this time he's stacked up for little to no gain.
Hey, Alabama A&M is small on the offensive side of the football, with the exception of the left tackle, Winston Hunt, who's 6'7", 310 pounds. But the other guys up front, they go 270, 290, and 285-pound range.
Second down and 9 coming up here for A&M. 6:55 and counting here in the first. Going to throw it. Jamison threw it behind him. Should have been picked off. And Andre Mitchell had one hit him right between the 3 and the 1 and dropped it. That could have been a pick 6 right there.
Without a doubt. Andre he's going to probably go back and think about that one tonight, because he hit him right between the letters.
Mitchell, a junior, but that was one that got on him rather quickly, but one he'll tell you he should have caught. So third down and 9 here for Alabama A&M. Jamison takes the snap, steps up over the middle. It is complete, close to the first down. They give him a pretty good spot here, and it appears to be enough for the first. And it is enough. So move the chains again. Missed opportunity for the goal line. Should have had an interception. Next play, first down completion on 3rd and long.
Well, Alabama A&M, like UAPB, they run that no-huddle offense, and
Eldermeyer this time off the left side to about the 36. Picks up about 3 yards.
But Tim, if you look at the teams throughout the SWAC and then other teams in the country, like Oregon and Auburn, they run that spread, no-huddle offense, and everything now is fast-paced.
Everyone wants to speed up the tempo of the game. 6 minutes and counting here, first quarter, no score. Alabama A&M at their own 36, second down and 7. Play action, and it is complete at the 48-yard line to Odarius Williams, and a first down for A&M.
A&M has experienced some success with the passing game. They've been able to complete some balls that UAPB's just been just a split second from getting them to break the pass up.
Shotgun snap here to Jamison. They'll hand it off. And stacked up at about the 46-yard line of UAPB, but a gain of about 5 here as they go straight ahead to Eldermeyer again. That's about his 5th carry here on the first couple of possessions. Bring up second down and 4. Actually, they give him 6 yards. Hand off again on here, second down and 4. This time the goal line's doing a nice job of stuffing the middle. And Eldermeyer picks up maybe 1.5 yards, and that's about all. Bring up third down and a long 2 here.
Yeah, he got a generous spot there because he spotted the ball right there on the 44-yard line of UAPB, where they said his forward progress reached the 44-yard line.
Hand off again, Eldermeyer, and this time he's going to be stuffed in about 1/2 yard, and that is all as Willie Duncan III comes in and makes a nice play at the linebacker spot and bring up 4th down and about 2 here, and the Bulldogs are going to punt it away.
A good defensive stand by the goal line because Alabama A&M, they were penetrating the football down the field, gaining a little momentum offensively, but a big 3rd down stop there for the goal line. Hopefully the UAPB can get the football and get his defense a little rest and pick up a few first downs and moving the football down the field.
And maybe a fake here. Now they rush up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for it. Trying to get UAPB to jump off sides. There was movement. So kind of a little bit of a trick play here. They lined up to punt it, and then quickly ran to the line of scrimmage like they were going to run a play, although I don't think they had any intent of running a play, but trying to catch UAPB by surprise. The goal line's got a little jumpy up front and jumped off sides, and it worked. So a fake trick play, and the UAPB Gold Lions, they fell for it, jumped off sides, and that's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just when the Golden Lions had stopped them on third down, and the fake trick play puts the Alabama A&M offense back on the field.
So the ball spotted at the 39 of UAPB, 1st and 10 for Alabama A&M. Going to throw it here, Jamison in the pocket, now flushed out, throws off his back foot, and incomplete right side of the field towards the UAPB sideline.
I'll tell you what, Alabama A&M's right tackle there, Malcolm Johnson, got away with a hold there. I'll tell you what, he held DeMarcus Berry's jersey.
For the Bulldogs from the Golden Lions 39-yard line.
Stops the clock at 3:26 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score, 2nd down and 10 for Alabama A&M. At the goal line, 39. Jamison takes the snap. Hand off and a couple of yards before being stuffed there by Jarrell Wright was the first man to get him. We'll give him a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards. They'll spot it at the 36.
Third down and about 7.
So 3rd down and 7 coming up here for Alabama A&M. The goal line, 36-yard line. They'll snap it out of the shade here and then maybe throw it into the sunlight.
But another one of those big 3rd down plays here for the Golden Lions defense.
Play clock down to 5. They get it snapped in time. Little crossing pattern over the middle. 1st down and more. 25, 20, 15, 10, and down to about the 6. As they got Darius Williams in a little crossing pattern. They'll spot him down at about the 7. But a big pass play and a big 1st down, a gain of about 25 there. So 1st and goal here for Alabama A&M.
By made by number 13, Kelley Alexander. 1st and goal, Bulldogs.
2:25 and counting here in the first down and goal. Shotgun, pistol style here for A&M. 2 receiver set. They'll slip it to the back. Gets down to about the 4-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and goal from the 4.
Yeah, Alabama A&M, when they run the football, they like running behind big Malcolm Johnson, the right tackle that's 6'2", 300 pounds. He's been a pleasant, he's a true freshman. I went to Lovejoy High School there in Jonesboro, Georgia, just outside the Atlanta area.
Hand off, Eldemeyer breaks a tackle and squirts into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama A&M. Brandon Eldemeyer, redshirt sophomore out of Miami, Florida. Goes in from 4 yards out for the touchdown. Broke a tackle at the initial line of scrimmage there and then raced into the end zone for the easy score. So it's 6-0 Alabama A&M with 1:42 to go here in the first. You go back early in the possession, it looked like Mitchell had an interception. If you don't capitalize on it, it's hard to foresee what can happen after that, but a long drive by Alabama A&M, and they strike first. 7-0 Alabama A&M. As we'll take a quick timeout here for our TV viewers on UAPB television. 1:42 to go in the first. 7-0 A&M. UAPB to receive the kickoff in a moment.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Line drive kick into the ground, going to be picked up at the 30, and now the goal line's just going to have to fall on it. They were a little indecisive on what they really wanted to do with it.
Well, in football, it was Braxton Huff, a young sophomore out of Camden, that actually had to fall on the football. I'm sure when Braxton lined up, he had no idea that football was going to be kicked to him.
It's almost like just a hard onside kick that went 25 yards. So the goal lines take over at their own 30. Design quarterback keeper here to Anderson. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So little to no gain there. Bring up second down and long here as we get down to just over a minute left here in the first quarter. 7-0 Alabama A&M with the lead. And a slow start here on senior day for the Golden Lions.
Well, Tim, defensively, Alabama A&M, like I said, they're not very big. They're extremely quick, and it's been like that since for years. They've just been a good defensive football team.
And now it looks like UAPB or
the Golden Lions going to be forced to call a timeout.
With 54 seconds left, they call a timeout here. And second down and 9. We'll resume play in a moment.
Well, Tim, the Office of Recruitment today hosted several high school, junior high school students, a group of about 50 kids, 9th graders from Forest City High School, was the principal of the junior high school, Reginald Murphy, former Delaware Cardinal, and a group of Delta Gems out of Shreveport, 25 young females and students from Dallas, Texas. So it's been a good day at UAPB.
Young Golden Lion fan there on TV, UAPB TV. Young Golden Lion fan with us up here. Christian Stubbs, my nephew, is sitting shotgun with us here in the booth today, taking in his first Golden Lion football game.
He's going to fill your shoes one day, Tim.
Yeah, take my job. Kind of set up the screen here. They get it to King, makes one man miss, and then hits a wall for no gain. And give A&M credit, they read that brilliantly and did a nice job of extinguishing that play from the get-go, and maybe even lost a few inches.
Well, like I said,
third and long.
Tim, those linebackers for A&M, when you look at them, they are extremely quick. Vaughn, Bauer, and Graham, they're all about 210 to 220 pounds, and they're very, very quick.
So third down and a little more than 9 here. Anderson in the shotgun. They're going to run the draw here, try to surprise the Bulldogs. A little bit of room to run over the 35 to the 36. And that's going to end the first quarter of action as the Golden Lions are going to have a fourth down and have to punt it away when we start the second quarter here in a moment. We'll take a break here on UAPB TV. 7-0 Alabama A&M leads UAPB here on Senior Day after 1. Back in a moment.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
As we start the second quarter here, Eheiser's going to punt it. A lot of pressure on him. He gets a wobbly kick taken on the fly, almost fumbling it at the 30, close to the 35-yard line, and there was Rashad Anderson, and he bobbled it, but he held on to the last second.
Yeah, Anderson, I tell you, the footballer almost came out. He's from Hazel Green High School there in Hazel Green, Alabama.
So 14:51 to go, just underway second quarter. Senior day here at UAPB. A&M leading the Golden Lions by a score of 7-0. A&M will take over 1st and 10 here at their own 35. Jamison, no back set, is going to throw it right over the middle. Got a man open, a big hit, but not before a gain of 11. And a 1st down for the Bulldogs. And once again, that's Darius Williams on the catch. That's his 4th catch already.
Darius, I'll tell you, he's 6 feet, 107 pounds. He's a redshirt freshman out of Jeff Davis High School there in Montgomery.
Bring up 1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs as they have it at their own 46. They take their time. Play clock down to 5. They'll snap it over the middle, almost the same play, but to the right side. And again, a gain of about 12, maybe 13 to the UAPB 41. And a 1st down for the Bulldogs. They give it to Tevin McKenzie that time.
Tevin is a 5'10", 185-pound junior out of Alabama.
So the Bulldogs driving here, leading 7-0. Handoff, big gaping hole right side, still on his feet, breaks a tackle at the 20 and down at about the 19-yard line as they give it to their big back, Brian Brower. 5'10", 210, he's just a freshman from Millbrook, Alabama. And he rips off about 20 yards there and a 1st down.
Obviously, Alabama A&M found a in this UAPB defense, and they've having much success moving the football down the field. He just came in it, just came up incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10, incomplete on the 1st down attempt there for the Bulldogs. At the UAPB 20, play action, going to throw it left, and Williams has it again. Pretty good shot there by Turner of UAPB. Maybe kind of stung his own self as seems to be a little shaken up on the play. He's going to come out. Mosley is going to spell him for a play. But it is 1st and goal as he caught it at the 10, enough for a 1st down. Going to throw it here on 1st and goal. Got a man open, but his tight end stumbled and fell down a couple of yards into the end zone there, and bring up 2nd down and goal from the 10.
Yeah, the tight end that time just lost his balance, and had he been able to stay up on his feet, it could have easily been a touchdown.
So 2nd down and goal from the 10 here for the Bulldogs, already leading 7-0. Looking to tack on more here. They'll run a little draw as Brower has it down to the 5. Bring up 3rd down and goal from just inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Jared Turner is going back in now, and Lawrence Mosley will come out. Turner just had a little stinger probably. But he delivered a vicious blow.
2 minutes gone by here in the 2nd quarter. Bulldogs trying to go up by 2 scores here. 3rd and goal and a flag down. False start's going to back them up close to the 9. Make it a little tougher for them.
Well, for UAPB, you don't want to get behind 14 points. You want to just try to hold the field goal. Moving it back 5 yards, 3rd and 9 is a little more difficult than 3rd and 4.
Going to throw it here on 3rd and goal. Fade in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Threw it behind his intended receiver. And bring up 4th and goal from the 9, and they're going to have to attempt a field goal here.
There was a good defensive call there. Devin Mitchell, who's Andres Mitchell's little brother, he came in on an outside blitz, on a corner blitz, and a safety blitz rather, and put some pressure on A&M's quarterback.
Cesar Ramon set for the field goal from the left hash mark, and it's going to be a 26-yard attempt. Tries to bend it inside the right upright. He just gets it in there, and it's 3 more points here for the Bulldogs. They now lead UAPB by a score of 10-0 with 12:30 to go here in the second quarter. For our TV viewers, we'll take a timeout and have the kickoff coming up here in just a moment.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Ramon kicks it deep this time, a great kick. It's actually going to go about 4 yards deep in the end zone. And it's going to be a touchback as Marvante King will keep it right there.
Thought for a moment like he thought to bring that football out.
He did for a second. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown a couple of weeks ago here against Prairie View A&M in the third quarter of that ball game. He's had a really nice outbreak freshman year. Or sophomore, rather.
Yeah, his redshirt is as a freshman. Young man got a St. Louis and comes from a football background.
So the Golden Lions will take over here 1st and 10 at their own 25. Anderson set to throw it. And he's going to go left with it. At about the 40-yard line, it's complete a gain of about 14 to the 39-yard line. It's Willie Young on the catch.
Willie's had an outstanding year this season, after having sit out for academic reasons in last season. But he's going to turn out to be one of the elite receivers in this conference because he can definitely fly with that kind of speed he has.
And they fake the handoff, and it's going to be Ben Anderson taking it right up the middle over the 30, down to the 25 and 20. Breaks a tackle there before they say his knee was down at the 19-yard line. And how about that fake to Hanley as we take another look at it here on our TV monitor, and let's see where he actually went down.
Oh, yeah, he was down.
Yeah, and then he fumbled the ball, but it was well after he was slung to the ground. But Anderson with a great fake, and he explodes for a huge gain there of about 35.
I watched him his whole entire career since he came in as a redshirt freshman out of Parkview High School in Little Rock. I didn't know until now that he had that kind of speed.
He has a little extra gear, and that time he used it. They play action here to Hanley. Throw it left in the end zone. There's all kinds of contact. As they were trying to go to Willie Young, it looked like his right arm was being held. Wasn't able to really catch the football because he was being interfered with, but no call on the play.
That looked obvious there. I mean,
it did.
Goodness.
Bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 19, but definitely a lot of contact on Willie Young there on the left side of the end zone. Take another look at it here.
Oh, most definitely.
So we'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 19. High snap over the head of Anderson. He picks it up, and now he's just going to have to slide down and eat it back at the 27. So a loss of about 8 here on the bad snap over the head of Ben Anderson. Is going to bring up 3rd down and very long, 3rd and about 19.
Yeah, and being at 6'3", not a small guy, not a short guy, and he had to really jump to corral the football.
So 3rd and nearly 20 coming up here.
Of course, UAPB still in strictest field goal range, but you like to get the football at least 5 to 7 more yards further down the field.
Shotgun snap here on 3rd and long. Eludes one man, steps up in the pocket, trying to run it here at the 20. Hit hard at about the 17. Well shy of the first, going to bring up 4th and about 8 or 9. And we'll see Monty Coleman looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit out.
Yeah, you want to cut it to a 1-possession ball game, and you're definitely within Tyler Strickland's field goal range.
It's going to be pretty close to the center of the field, just a little bit to the left hash here, and it's going to be about a 35-yard attempt as C.J. Branch is set to snap it here. Nieheiser awaits the hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick plenty of distance, and he pushed it right, no good. Strickland has struggled a little bit here down the stretch of the season and misses the 35-yard field goal, so the Bulldogs will take over with 9:57 to go, second quarter, and they lead 10-0 and will take over possession after the missed field goal.
Sitting in the press box, the kick looked good for this thing, but Tyler Strickland is one of those seniors who was on a pregame ceremony, and just to highlight his football career winning kick in the SWAC championship game.
It will always be remembered, just like Ben Anderson and Willie Young and Bill Ross and many of those players.
Snap from a... We'll think about it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Bill Ross was snapping.
Yeah, that's right. Wetumpka, Alabama. And rolling out to his right, Jamison's going to have to eat it and throw it away. As there's some contact here after the play. They picked the quarterback up. He's okay. Second down and 10.
Kelley, who's rushing the quarterback. Yeah, but I go back to the championship game. It was a snap from a kid from
Wetumpka, and the holder was from San Jose, California, and kicker from Alpine, California. Almost went coast to coast there. They'll hand it off, trying to stretch it to the left, turning it up at about the 25-yard line, and now still driving. A little late push up to the 27. And
a good stop there by Kyle Walker, who plugged up the hole for that outside linebacker spot. Cal's young man's a junior from Bluff, Arkansas.
There was a penalty on the play. There was a holding.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to back the Bulldogs up after a gain of about 6 or 7 there. Instead, it's going to replay second down and back them up.
Because that would have been, had the goal line declined, it would have been third down, but third down and about 4 yards. Push them back and make them earn some yards. Now it's coming back about 2nd and 15.
Jamison awaits the snap here for the Bulldogs. Play action, rolls to his left, throws downfield, got a man wide open, but he missed him. Missed him at the 50-yard line, and Monterius Smith was wide open. A little bootleg play action play, and he just overthrew him, but if he catches that, that may have been a touchdown.
Well, like Mitchell, I think Coach Coleman was talking that the safety, I believe, should have come over because Mitchell had one-on-one coverage on him, but nobody was over top there.
No huddle here for the Bulldogs. Here on third down and 15. At their own 15-yard line, they lead UAPB 10-0. Gonna throw it here again. Got a man open, but this time it's intercepted by Andre Mitchell at the 35.
UAPB was playing on cover 2D, and he had help. The safety was over top to provide help, and Mitchell just really read the quarterback eyes, and good interception there by Andre Mitchell.
Oh, they were going for Monterius Smith again. He was open. But again, Jamison sells high on his pass, and this time Andre Mitchell didn't miss this interception. He dropped one earlier, but this one fell right in his lap. And the Gold Lions in business here. They'll take over at the Bulldog 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Down 10-0 to Alabama A&M with 9 minutes, 12 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Shotgun snap, play action. Anderson was looking to check down. He's going to find a receiver here at the 26. Nice move up close to the 20-yard line. A gain of about 15 and a first down. We'll spot him down at the 18-yard line. Marvante King with the catch.
Well, the play he wanted, Ben Anderson wanted to go to Willie Young, but Willie was drawing really double coverage and found King as a check down receiver, and a good pass and good catch there by King.
8:56 and counting. Gain of 13 on the play. Shotgun snap, a high snap, and Hanley's got it here on the handoff at the 10, the 5. Tries to cut back one last time. He gets down inside the 2-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 1. And a gain of about 18 there for Hanley. And well, that could have been disastrous, but Ben Anderson adjusted on the high snap and didn't miss a beat as he was able to slip it in rhythm to Hanley, and Hanley made a great run after that.
I tell you what, UAPB bringing in that 2 tight end package there and putting the big fullback, Michael Wilson, in the backfield, and you can look for a run, Tim.
Quarterback sneaks straight ahead. Ben Anderson is in. Yes, sir. Touchdown, Golden Lions. Ben Anderson scores from 1 yard out on the quarterback keeper here on Senior Day. And the senior from Little Rock Parkview gets UAPB on the board. And, boy, they make them pay for their sins after the interception. With 8:22 to go here in the second, the Golden Lions able to get on the board here. Extra point coming up here for Strickland. And he knocks this one through and good, so pulls the Golden Lions to within a score of 10-7. With 8:22 to go here in the second quarter, we'll take a TV timeout here. UAPB pulls to within 3.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
With 8:22 to play, 10-7 our score, Alabama A&M by 3. And Strickland set to kick it away here. That's from about the 35 to the A&M 20. The entire field is covered in the shadows of the press box here. Partly sunny day. It was very cloudy earlier in the day, but now the sun has popped out here at game time. Short kick taken from the 12, the 20, and up to about the 23-yard line. On the return that time, Octavius Miles.
Good tackle there by the tight end. Help me with his name. I've had trouble all year. Number 17.
Caleb Alcela.
I've asked him
Casa Grande, Arizona.
I've asked him a couple times, pronounce your last name for me.
At a Mount San Jacinto College. A very nice young man.
He really is.
1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Will take over. They're on 23. Gonna throw it here on 1st down over the middle, and a big hit jarring it loose. It was Jared Turner as they went back to Octavius Smith again. He had it for just a split second before Turner lowers the boom on him, and it falls incomplete.
I tell you, Turner, the Southwest he's out of Pembroke High School. I tell you what, he's a safety that's very physical to him. He doesn't shy away from contact. He is, when he hits you, you know you've been hit.
Well, Octavius Smith knew he was hit right there for sure. Handoff and eaten up in the backfield here. If he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. As the Golden Lion defense is playing a lot more inspired here the last couple of drives. A host of Golden Lions was there to eat up Ellimore, and he lost his helmet. He just kind of throws it to the sideline. He's got to come out for a play. Bring up 3rd down and 10 here.
A big 3rd down play here for the Golden Lions defense, because you want to stop Alabama A&M on a 3 and out.
So shotgun coming up here for the Bulldogs. They'll spread them out, no backs, 3rd and long. Under pressure, Jamison eludes the sack, throws it right side, and he has a man open at the 43 and up to the 45-yard line. He finds his running back, it's Brower. He found Brian Brower, who slipped out of the backfield, but they had Jamison dead to rights.
They had
and missed the sack. And those are the kind of plays that just eat you up. You had just about to get the football back. If you can just finish the play off. 2 Golden Lions were emerging on Jamison. Neither one of them were able to get him. Here's a handoff and going nowhere. Elmore is going to have to eat it in the backfield, back at the 38-yard line. They give him a generous spot at the 40 for forward progress, but a loss of 5 on the carry.
Yeah, it seems like this defense team of UAPB offense has got some points on the board. Defense is playing a lot more inspired.
The second down and 15 from the Bulldog 40 here. They lead UAPB 10-7. 6:40 and counting, second quarter. Going to throw it here on second and long, and this time Jamison will be sacked. Back at the 33-yard line, he was taken down by Mark Lucien. And it's going to bring up third down and extremely long here.
I tell you, Mark Lucien's a young man that's really come on here in mid-season. There, he's a transfer out of Monroe Community College there in New Rochelle, New Jersey. There, he's 6'3", 260 pounds, but he's been a pleasant surprise here about mid-season for the Golden Lions.
Third down and a little over 20. They'll empty out the backfield, going to throw it. Going deep up top, right side. It is intercepted by Rucker Jr., and then he fumbles it. And the Golden Lions, I believe, jump back on it at about the 13-yard line. Second interception of the season for Kevin Rucker Jr. And then he was trying to return it. He fumbled it, but the Golden Lions were able to get back on it, and they'll take over at their own 13-yard line. But really on 3rd and 25, it's not a bad option because it worked out as good as a punt.
As good as a punt. But for Rucker Jr.,
great catch.
Yeah, I know he's happy to come up with the pick. And really, it was a great pick by Rucker Jr. because he had to leap fairly high to come up with the football.
So the Golden Lions will take over here. They trail 10-7 with 5:52 to go, second quarter. Van Anderson and company back out to do work here. Going to throw it on first down. Got a man complete. Portier at the 21-yard line. A gain of about 7.
Yeah, Portier is a young man that's out of, he likes to say he's out of Cathedral High School there in Los Angeles. He's a senior. You know, he has that deep threat presence, but I tell you what, he's a plague with so many injuries early in his season but he's ended up with a fairly good career at UAPB, but he came out of high school with a lot of promise.
5:20 and counting here. They'll hand it off. And Wilson takes the handoff, took a big shot close to the first down. I believe he's got enough for the first down. He took a big hit there by Jermaine Combs.
No, Combs.
Nothing calm about that hit.
He was getting up high-five and everything, but still UAPB got the first down.
Got the first down. That's right.
I don't understand this. You're going to make a play. I can see doing that if you're going to stop the player from getting the first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Golden Lions at their own 24. Trailing 10-7. Under 5 minutes to go before halftime. Handoff, trying to get to the right there. Short gain for Brian Hanley. Was tripped up, picks up just a yard. Bring up second down and 9.
See, had it not been for a shoestring tackle there by the linebacker, Combs, Hanley could have easily picked up another first down because that was a hole that had opened up.
4:25 and counting. Pretty fast moving first half here. And another bad snap as they lose yardage. I want to say a special thanks once again to the law office of Charles Scott, personal injury attorney, serving Pine Bluff and surrounding areas, located at 6900 Sheridan Road in Whitehall. And Mr. Scott, his law office provided sandwiches today, courtesy of he and Thomas Groceries, with our wonderful sandwiches that fed our production crew here today. So a special thanks once again to the law office of Charles Scott and Thomas Groceries. Pass is caught here on 3rd and long. It's going to be short of the first at the 31, but a great catch there by Portier. And a stretch out on the sideline, but it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 here.
Yeah, and Coach Coleman's trying to make a decision on the sideline, but I think you've got to punt this football.
Considering you're at your own 32, it's just a 10-7 ball game here in the first half. So
had it been Alabama A&M's 32, you would think about it.
Absolutely.
Unless you want to do a little trickery.
Yeah, go up, act like you're going to punt it, and then run up to the line of scrimmage with no intention of running a play, but make the other team think you're going to run a play, and then they jump off sides. That's what A&M did to UAPB earlier, and they end up scoring after that first down trick play. Well, on 4th down, it was a trick play, but it led to a first down. They end up scoring later in the drive. Pretty good kick here by Nieheiser. Fair catch is called at about the A&M 22. That's where they'll take over with 2:45 to go here before halftime. And the Bulldogs leading 10-7. And they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Here's we approach near halftime.
It's been a very fast-moving first half also, Tim. And I believe we've had just as many passes as we've had runs.
Both teams very balanced here in the first half. And one good thing is you didn't have a lot of penalties or injuries, and those seem to slow down the game for sure. Sprinting right, throwing right is Jamison, and complete at the 27-yard line to Williams. At time,
good open field tackle there by.
That was 13, Kevin Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander's a young man he's a true freshman out of North Little Rock High School.
So Smith on the catch, the last play, and this time another little quick strike, enough for a first down as they get it to Tevin McKenzie and bring up first down here for the Bulldogs after the pass completion of McKenzie at the Bulldog 33. They'll run a no huddle here, quick to the line of scrimmage, looking right, now left, going up top, and great coverage there. Batting it away was Andre Mitchell as he was there shadowing O'Darius Williams up the left side, makes a great play.
Yeah, we came very close to offensive pass interference.
2:01 to go here before halftime. To stop the clock. Now UAPB, if they can get a stop here, possibly could get it back here before halftime and a chance to tie it or take the lead. Hand off to Brower, breaks one tackle before being stopped at about the 42. It's going to be about a yard shy of the first. Bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, it looks like Alabama A&M's going to keep the offensive personnel on the field and go for it. It's kind of risky, Tim.
Well, it's still 3rd down.
Oh, and as they say, my bad.
So 3rd and short here. But a big play. They're going to throw it right, diving for it. A nice catch at the 46, almost the 47-yard line, and that will be enough for a first down. So the Bulldogs will retain possession here with 1:29 left before halftime. So now it's Golden Lions' pretty slim chance of getting the football back before halftime. So now it's on the defense to try to hold off the Bulldogs here. Jamison takes the snap, looks left, now back right, got a man open but dropped. That was Brower, his running back, dropped it at midfield, close to the A&M sideline. Bring up 2nd down and 10. The clock stopped at 1:10.
Yeah, and Brower, he's listed as 5'10", 210 pounds, but he looks somewhere in the neighborhood of being about 5'8".
May have a timeout coming up here. Not sure.
I don't know who called it.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it was either. But it's 1:10 to go here before halftime, and timeout called by, I wanted to say it was A&M, but it may have been UAPB. It's got to be one of the two, right?
It's got to be one of the two.
10-7 our score. Alabama A&M with a 3-point lead as they have a second down and 10 at their own 47.
Tim, for those who haven't seen it, but the University Museum and Cultural Center is the home of the Keepers of the Spirit, the L.A. Davis Senior Historical Collection that documents the history of UAPB. In addition to the Keepers of the Spirit exhibit, the museum features a large collection of letters, catalogs, photographs, artifacts, portraits, and other materials. It's right there in Children's Hall on the campus. You can get by and take a look at it.
Here on second down and 10, gonna throw it. Jamison off his back foot, got a man open over the middle into UAPB territory. Then the ball came out late, but they're gonna say he was down at the Golden Lion 34, and a first down for Alabama A&M. 1 minute, 2 seconds left before halftime. A&M leading 10-7.
I tell you, the quarterback, Tim, Jameson Lee, he just...
Now they're gonna have whistles here. Lead before the play. Maybe a false start. Let's see what they got. Illegal substitution on UAPB, so that's going to cost them 5 yards. Like Lucian comes running off the field. They were trying to get a substitution in there, but A&M running a quick no huddle.
Yeah. Jameson Lee, the quarterback for A&M, seems like he's been almost in the grasp of a defensive player, but he's been able to elude that tackle and scramble and complete the pass.
Jameson Lee takes the snap, rolls to his right, fires it this time incomplete, a little too much on the pass as he's trying to go to the edge. That would have been enough for a first down, but not able to hang on to it. It was O'Darius Williams. Alexander in there on the coverage stops the clock at 43 seconds here before halftime. Bulldogs leading the Golden Lions 10-7. And bring up second down and 5 from the Golden Lion 30. UAPB was showing blitz. Steps up in the pocket. Lee over the middle. Nice catch at the 15. At the 10, tries to get a block. Fighting for the end zone. Slung down to about the 2. And a really nice grab that time by Octavius Miles. A little crossing pattern. It makes a great stretched out fingertip catch over the middle and then turns it up the field here, Carl, and picks up a big play. Now you're looking at first and goal with 32 seconds left.
Well, Kyle Walker came on a blitz and
Lee with the snap, a handoff. Straight ahead, he's going to be shy of the end zone.
But on that previous play, Kyle Walker came on a blitz, left the hole open. I think UAPB's called a timeout. Left the hole open and opened up a pathway for Lee to complete the ball.
With 23 seconds left here. A timeout called by the Bulldogs. Bring up second down and goal from about the 2-yard line. Maybe a little closer than that. Maybe the 1. But the Golden Lions could really use a stop here. 1 timeout left for Alabama A&M, so if they want to run it, they still have freedom to do so.
Yeah, because the Bulldogs, you want to limit them to a field goal. It's just a psychological thing going in halftime down 13-7 versus going down 17-7.
Well, this is what happened a week ago at Alcorn. Alcorn scored with 6 seconds left to go before halftime and then got the opening kickoff of the second half and then returned it 92 yards for a touchdown. So they got a 2-for-1 special that really broke open that ball game. It went from 21-6 to 35-6. Handoff Brower. Brower fighting for the goal line. They're going to spot him just shy off the right side, and the clock rolling at 12 seconds, and A&M will spend their last time out here with 10 seconds.
Well, the head linesman, he scored a touchdown, and the side judge came in and said, really, A&M is stopped. Really, it's inside the 1-yard line, Tim.
So this is, will you see them throw it here, or are they going to try a field goal? it's a big win if you're UAPB and they attempt a field goal here. Inside the one ball, the nose of the football is just a few inches away from the end zone. And it looks like they are going to attempt a field goal as they don't have any timeouts left with 10 seconds. Thought maybe it's just third down. You could pass it. Instead, they are going to attempt the short field goal, even shorter than an extra point here. It's going to be about a 17-yard attempt off the right hash mark. And the kick is good, so A&M, very conservative, will take the 3 points. So to me, that's a win for the Golden Lions there with 6 seconds left before halftime.
Did that play actually take 4 seconds?
I don't know. We'll take a timeout here. 6 seconds left before halftime. 13-7, Alabama A&M with the lead.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
So Ramon set to kick it away here with 6 seconds. One of those squib kicks taken by an up back at the 30. And he returns it up to about the 42 with 1 second left. Actually, they ran off about a second and a half after he was tackled. And that may end the half. Golden Lions were trying to get one more play in there, but they're not going to get it. So, Carl, we're at halftime here on Senior Day as we will step aside for just a moment. We'll have the M4 entertaining you here in a couple of minutes. 13-7 our score at the break. UAPB and Alabama A&M, the Bulldogs up by 6 at halftime.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move? In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Mine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Golden Lions back. Do us a favor and let us roll. time, ladies and gentlemen, the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff marching machine of the Mid-South would like to recognize our 4th and 5th year marchers. If you can please hold your applause to all the names that have been announced. Miranda Barris, Flag Lines, Little Rock, Arkansas. Joshua Benson from Dallas, Texas. Tiasha Butler from North Little Rock, Arkansas. Carmen Struman from Chicago, Illinois. Willie Clark from Chicago, Illinois. Brian Cole, Detroit, Michigan. Dexter Coleman, Chicago, Illinois. Skylar Connor, Grand Prairie, Texas. Dezon Curry, Detroit, Michigan. Rachel Davis, Detroit, Michigan. Jeffrey Gary, Kansas City, Kansas. Dominique Harvey, Detroit, Michigan. Jelani Hickfield, Chicago, Illinois. Gerard Hill, Detroit, Michigan. Darnell Jones, Dayton, Ohio. Devon Lacey, Chicago, Illinois. Andrew Linwood, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Jordan McCurl, Chicago, Illinois. Ronnie McNeil, Dayton, Ohio. Andre Meltzer, Chicago, Illinois. Emmanuel Mesa, Chicago, Illinois. Eric Morris, Detroit, Michigan. Kenny Murphy, Detroit, Michigan. Lorenzo Ovi, Chicago, Illinois. Sheila Parker, Detroit, Michigan. Stacy Reed, Earl, Arkansas. Cordell Reed, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Deion Richardson, Memphis, Tennessee. Rosalind Rogers, Chicago, Illinois. Curtis Smart, Kansas City, Kansas. Jordan Thomas, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Montisha Wallace, Paris, Texas. Warren Will, Chicago, Illinois. Ryan Wells, Chicago, Illinois. Daniel Williams, Detroit, Michigan. Charles Williams, Dallas, Texas. Justice Williams, Memphis, Tennessee. Kendall Williams, Chicago, Illinois. Anthony Ryrick, Detroit, Michigan. And Ricky Tubbs, El Dorado, Arkansas. Let's give all our seniors a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we're going to continue our gospel praise, our gospel closing show for you as our 24 Golden Stills present their praise dance to I Smile by Kirk Franklin.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
All right, welcome back inside of Golden Lions Stadium here as we start the third quarter of play. Tim Stubbs along with Carl Whipper, and our score is 13-7 Alabama A&M, and UAPB is going to have to kick it off, Carl, to start the third quarter. But the third quarter has been sabotage for UAPB all season long, and just really been getting jumped on by the opponents right out of the gate to start the third quarter, including a kickoff return for a touchdown on the kickoff last week. So we'll see how the Golden Lions respond here today. A short kickoff here, taken at the 21 up to the 30, 35, and tripped up and out of bounds at the 39. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over, but the third quarter has been a bugaboo all season for UAPB, and they really need to come out here and try to change that today as they're down 6 to start the third.
Yeah, you're right about that, and you got a saving tackle there by the kicker, Strickland, who tackled the return man just as he was going out of bounds, but that could have led to more yardage for Alabama A&M.
13-7. Alabama A&M with the lead here as they slowly come out on the field. Jamison Lee, their quarterback. They'll have three receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Play action here, going to throw it. Going up top, got a man open and maybe picked off. I believe it was
David White.
David White with an amazing catch. It was a jump ball. Both of them were fighting over it at the last second. Looked like David White rather was able to just take it away from him. Wow, what a catch. And finally something good for the Golden Lions to start the third quarter this season. That's a pretty good way to turn it around.
I'll tell you what, David came in. He's a redshirt freshman out of McKinley High School there in Baton Rouge, and he's came in and started at that left cornerback spot. He's taken some lumps this season, but he's going to be a heck of an athlete. He was a heck of an athlete in high school, being a two-sport athlete. Ran track, played football, tremendous speed.
So the Golden Lions will take over on their own 38 after the interception. Going deep here, jump ball over the middle, caught at the A&M 25, wrestling it down was Hawthorne to the 23. And it was just a little post play over the middle and really thrown behind him. But it worked in the Golden Lions' favor as we take another look at the interception there by White, who wrestles it away at the last second. And
yeah, Hawthorne, he's out of Martin High School in Arlington, Texas, and he has deceptive speed and very good size. And the receiver coach Craig Ray says that he has perhaps the best hands of any receiver on the ball club.
High snap, they fake the handoff, and then it's fumbled. Fumbled by Ben Anderson, and Anderson is not going to get it back. As A&M, I believe, has jumped on this at the 14-yard line. My goodness.
That's something you don't see in Ben Anderson. That's something you don't see.
Wow. It was a little zone read. They faked the handoff, and design keeper had a little bit of running room, but then fumbled it in traffic. It went forward a couple of yards. Wow. So right when the Golden Lions were starting to get something going, they turn it back over after getting a turnover. And in a bad spot at the 15-yard line here of Alabama A&M. It looked like UAPB was going to go in, possibly maybe get their first lead of the day. But A&M picks up the fumble at the 15, their own 15. They lead 13-7. Hand off straight ahead, some running room. And close to first down yardage at the 25, maybe the 26-yard line was Harvey Harris. And it appears to be enough for a first. There's an injured Bulldog on the field. So not even 1 minute gone by here in the second half, and both teams have already turned it over.
So the linebacker's hurt down the field. He's in a lot of pain. It looks like it's Devin Anders Andrews, rather.
He's going to be down for just a second here. Give me a chance to say a special thanks to the law office of Charles Scott, personal injury attorney serving Pine Bluff and surrounding areas, located at 6900 Sheridan Road in Whitehall. We thank them for providing the sandwiches today through Thomas Groceries. For our production crew, they provided the pregame meal courtesy of the law office of Charles Scott and Thomas Groceries. Really appreciate their support here today. So 14:04 to go here in the third.
Terry Andrews is down. He looks to be in just his expression from where I can see it up top here. He looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he is. He's flat on his back there at about the 24-yard line, and he could be down.
I mean, he's been down since the play was blown dead.
For a minute. I tell you what, we'll take a timeout on the TV side here. Oh, we have an injury timeout. Golden Lions down 13-7 early third quarter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Yep, nice applause here from the crowd as
it's that right ankle or knee. I doubt if he returns to him.
And the big fella's being helped off by its teammates. So let's hope he's going to be okay. It's going to be a first down here as we resume play. Just about a minute going by in the game, or in the second half of the game, and 13-7 our score. A&M with the lead and the ball at their own 26. Going to throw it here. Lee over the middle. Nice catch in traffic. Now they're going to say incomplete. And looked like it was Willie Duncan who got his hand in there, and Montarius Smith dropped it.
A&M put the fullback out. Kersey, the backup fullback, 6'1", 226 pounds. He was lined up in a slot as a receiver.
So bring up second down. Second down and 10 here from the 26. Lee going to throw it, feeling pressure from the backside. Just gets rid of it and throws it away as he was under some hot pursuit there by Quan Cummings Jr. coming off that right side.
Quan Cummings Jr. has been another one of those present surprises for the Golden Lions. He's out of Parkview High School there, same high school that Ben Anderson went to, and he's 6'3", 260 pounds, a sophomore. He started a lot. He played a lot last season as a true freshman.
So just a minute and a half going by here in the third. A third down and 10 here for the Bulldogs, leading 13-7 at their own 26. Lee in trouble again, and this time he will not get out of the pocket as he's going to be sacked back at the 21-yard line. And bringing him down that time was John Trell Lockett. So that's going to force a punt here by the Bulldogs, and the Golden Lions have already forced a turnover and a punt here. The first two possessions for the A&M offense.
Yeah, John Trell Lockett, he's 6 feet, 240 pounds, a redshirt junior. He's out of as a junior, redshirt junior out of New Orleans. He had a brother who once played in the NFL for the Washington Redskins. I'm going blank on his name though, but so he comes from an athletic family.
Pretty good kick here. Going to be taken on the fly by King at the 33. Makes one man miss and gets hit from the back end of the play there from the backside at the 40. Just about a 7-yard return for King, but the Golden Lions with 12:40 to go here in the third will take over, down by 6.
You know, being asked to really get back on the football field.
Well, the Golden Lions had some momentum going, and you just hate to see a fumble, especially in the red zone.
Hit the long pass for Hawthorne, and this is the time you might want to look at Willie Young there. At the top of the radio dial, Young is drawing one-on-one coverage on the corner.
And stuffed. Not going anywhere. Maybe loses a yard and a half. Was Hanley, and he was stacked up from the get-go that time by the Bulldogs. Like A.J. Clark was coming in there from the safety spot. And a loss of about 2. In that first half, you saw, let's see, Hanley had 24 yards on just 5 carries, and that's pretty low for him, and especially only 5 carries, as he had to split some time with Michael Wilson. Had 6 carries for 32 yards. Anderson was the leading rusher, 6 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. Going to throw it here, a pump fake, now goes up top. Looking deep, got a man open, it's King, but it's forced too far to the sideline, out of bounds. He tried to readjust to it on the fly, but he may actually even stepped out of bounds while doing so. His pass was off just a bit, but he was open.
He has good speed, not good speed, he has tremendous speed. One of the top 5 fast receivers in the ball game.
And thrown a little bit too far, and he had to adjust a little bit. That made him slow up just a hair.
UAPB hasn't been able to get the running game going. Brian Hanley, who had a heck of a game rushing last week, hasn't been able to get untracked today.
Pump fake out of the pocket. He's going to run it here, the 40, 45, midfield, and I believe enough for the first down at the Bulldog 46-yard line, a gain of about 14 on the quarterback keeper and a first down.
I tell you, Ben Anderson has to be perhaps the best run pass threat as quarterback in the conference. He used his legs at times when nothing was open downfield. He used his legs to pick the first down. A heck of a run by the redshirt, the fifth-year senior for the Golden Lions.
So the Golden Lions will move the chains and keep possession. High snap again, handoff. Hanley's got a little bit of room over the middle to the 42-yard line, a gain of about 4.
Yeah, Ben Anderson's really, he's had to pull down 3 or 4 maybe high snaps a day. That's very unusual there for the Golden Lions center, who's Todry Papler, who's a young man who's a junior out of West Memphis High School there in West Memphis, Arkansas. Now check that. That's Papler's not in there. It's Terrence Knighton.
That's going to be a false start on the Golden Lions that time. Had to back them up, make it second down at about 11.
Papler suffered somewhat of a leg injury last week down in Alcorn State. Terrence Knighton, young man, who can play a multitude of positions within the offensive line, and step in to do the snap before although Papler is on the sidelines.
10:32 to go here in the third. Second down and long here. Handoff, or no, they fake it. Now instead of throwing it, it's going to be Anderson keeping it, and just kind of a busted play there. He's able to get up to the 32-yard line and pick up about 13. Very similar to the play a moment ago for a first down, as he runs out of bounds into the UAPB sideline. And again, Anderson just a little playground ball, making it happen. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, he's a heck of an athlete. He's been chosen for our All-Star game down in Miami once the season is over. The game will play sometime in January in Miami, but he is a heck of an athlete.
So 1st and 10 here for the Golden Lions at the Bulldog 31. High snap again. Anderson keeps it again, makes a man miss at the 30 with a nice move, and then down to the 26. Gain of about 5 for Anderson. But again, the high snaps are coming a little more frequent now. 9:40 and counting here in the third. UAPB down by 6, 13-7, but driving.
Well, Terrence Knight, he's 6'2", 285 pounds, a sophomore. Like I said, he's in for the injured Todrick Paplin. He's a sophomore at Birmingham Community High School there in Los Angeles. His cousin, Andre Hall, is a rookie defensive back with the Houston Texans.
Going for it up top, and it's picked off. He was going for Willie Young. It was underthrown and intercepted in the end zone, and that's back-to-back turnovers now for the Golden Lions as they've gotten inside the 25-yard line twice here in the third quarter, but they come up with nothing as Anderson was picked off in the right side of the end zone. Trying to see who that was on the interception. Was that 20, Dexter Reese?
Dexter Reese.
Reese picks off the pass by Anderson, and they were looking for Willie Young, but that was well defended.
Yeah. And Reese is small. He's tiny at a cornerback, 5'11", 150 pounds, and he's a true freshman out of Hanley High School there in Roanoke, Alabama. Those kind of drives there, when you had a chance to put some kind of points on the board, because twice UAPB was definitely within field goal range. You're looking at possibly 6 points if you don't get into the end zone, which could have tied the football game.
Shotgun snap, and they'll hand it off this time. Going nowhere was Brandon Eldemeyer. Gained maybe a half yard on the play.
Good tackle there up front by Jarrell Wright. You know, the young man out of Los Angeles Harbor Community College there. He's 6'3", 315 pounds.
They toss it right. They get it to Eldemeyer, and he's got some running room here as he caught it on the fly out of the backfield with full steam ahead, and he picks up a gain of about 18 here. And a flag is down right in that area where he caught it, back at the 24, and it's going to be a hold, and that's going to back up the Bulldogs and negate a nice gain.
I tell you, those kind of penalties there just really cripple a football team, because after you come up with a good play to get your first down, then the holding penalty backs you up 10 yards and just kind of let some of the steam out of you.
So with 8:41 to play, that's going to back them up. Instead of having the ball at about the 38-yard line, they're going to have a second down and about 17 here, back at their own 13. So a huge penalty there against Alabama A&M. Handoff to Eldemeyer here, and he gets about a yard or so. So it'll be third down and long coming up here for the Bulldogs.
Well, defensively, Tim, the whole ball game, UAPB has played fairly well on defense on the first two downs. And it seems like on that third down, Alabama A&M has picked up some key first downs on third and longs and third and shorts. Let's see what's going to happen on this next third down play when UAPB, when A&M is really forced with a third and about 15.
Third down and 15, going to throw it, looking right, tipped and incomplete, intended for Eldemeyer, and there was a new quarterback in the ball game there, Chris Leachman, checked in for the Bulldogs and fires it incomplete as the lights have come on here at the stadium. And with 7:45 to go here in the third quarter, Alabama A&M's forced to punt it away here. The Golden Lions will get another shot at it, and they've been moving the ball well, but back-to-back turnovers after they got it inside the Bulldog 25-yard line twice.
Yeah, Leachman, he's out of Long Beach, California. He's a redshirt junior. He's out of Long Beach, Poly, California.
Line drive kick is going to roll unreturnable at the 38-yard line. That's where the Golden Lions will take over at their own spot at the 39. 7:35 to go here in the third quarter. And we'll see if the Golden Lions can finally put one together and get a score out of it.
We're in the third quarter. This is a fast-moving football game. I don't know if it's you or me, but it's hot in our radio booth.
It's been warm in here all day.
Yeah.
Shotgun snap, and breaking free here, close to midfield, sliding down at the Bulldog 47. And a first down, gain of 13 for Ben Anderson. Again, it's very smooth and fluid in his running style.
Yeah, he's going to be missed, but he's an elite quarterback in this conference.
No question about it. Playing his final game as a UAPB Golden Lion, a great career here. Going to throw it here on first down. He's got Willie Young, makes a man miss. Nice move, and gets up to the 38, close to first down yardage for Willie Young. And I believe it is enough for the first. If not, they may measure, but it's right at it.
Looks like he's going to be just a little short. But Willie had the first down, but then he backtracked to try to elude a would-be tackler.
And they are going to bring on a measurement here. It'd be second and very short.
Yeah, he had the first down, but when he backtracked, he might have been a step behind the first down marker.
6:57 to play here in the third.
It looks like from this angle, he was about the nose of the football side of the first down.
Eagle eyes. See, it's going to be very close. It does appear it's going to be a little bit short by a few inches there. So this is a good time to maybe dial one up deep here, because if you don't get it, you're looking at third and inches. So a lot of times a team will take a shot here on second and very short. But we'll see what the Golden Lions want to do here.
Of course, the offensive coordinator, Anthony Jones, for UAPB, he's from the homecoming game on, he's moved up in the press box. He's calling plays from the coach's booth. And oftentimes you see a lot of offensive coordinators now up in the coach's booth because they get a better view of the entire field.
Definitely have a bird's eye view, and you can see formations and things develop a lot better from up top. Make adjustments a little easier sometimes. 6:57 to go in the third. It'll be second down and very short here. Shotgun formation for the Golden Lions at the Bulldog 38, trailing by 6. Play action here. Stepping up in the pocket, got a man wide open. It's Hanley at the 15, the 10, the 5. See ya, touchdown, yes sir. Brian Hanley got lost over here on the right sideline and caught it wide open at the 20 and went untouched and cruised into the end zone for an easy Golden Lion touchdown, an extra point away from taking the first lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alabama A&M got crossed up because King came back in motion and ran kind of like a curl, and then the receiver Hanley sneaked up the backfield down, just wide open on the sideline. Just no one for Alabama A&M was with him within 15 yards of him.
So here's the extra point here by Strickland, trying to give UAPB their first lead of the game, and the kick is good as the football sails over the net and onto the field house.
I always wonder how to get the ball off the field.
Somebody's got to climb up there and get it. Well,
I guess eventually rolls down.
We'll step aside with 6:40 to go here in the third. UAPB on top for the first time, 14-13.
¿Cómo puedo ayudar a mi hija con su lectura?
Buscando ayuda sobre arquitectura húngara.
Sara es brillante, pero cuando lee no puede pronunciar las palabras.
Comida para cabras.
Ya, me rindo.
Espere, estaba tratando de mostrarles lo que Sara siente todos los días, enviando a understood.org.
Únese a familias y expertos en understood.org, un recurso gratuito en línea sobre dificultades de aprendizaje y de atención para ayudar a su hijo a salir adelante.
Yeah, it's been a very bizarre season, especially in the third quarter, where they've just been getting trounced.
Yeah, they've been playing by hand.
But they get 2 turnovers today. They didn't capitalize on either one of them, but then they forced A&M to punt. And then a nice drive by the Golden Lions, capped off About a 30-yard touchdown pass from Anderson to Brian Hanley, the running back. Kickoff taken from the 10 over the 20, 25, 30, down to about the 32-yard line, right into the A&M sideline. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over, 1st and 10 here. Trailing for the first time today, UAPB on top, 14-13 with 6.5 to go here, third quarter. But the goal line defense has been playing pretty solid here today. They've given the offense a lot of opportunities, and finally UAPB able to get back on the scoreboard. Been a little bit of a slump offensively the last couple of ball games.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Only scoring 6 a week ago at Alcorn State. But they're on top here, 14-13. First down pass play, looking for his tight end, incomplete, throwing it behind his intended receiver. Alvante Kirksey, their fullback, and brings up 2nd down. And once again, I'm not sure if they just wanted a quarterback change, if there was an injury, but Chris Leachman, 6'3", 180 redshirt junior from Long Beach, California, is back in there for the 2nd straight possession here, taking over for Jamison Lee. Handoff with a player's helmet coming off. Gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards, close to the 40-yard line. And I believe that was Wright, Jarrell Wright. Yeah, Wright's helmet came off, so he'll have to come out for a play.
Yeah, another big 3rd down play here for the Golden Lions defense. Gosh, the Golden Lions can stop them here. I believe, I don't know, Tim, it's very close.
Yeah,
this
short.
Is on where they spot the football.
Short gain, but
he's short of
I think it's going to be 4th and, we'll call it 4th and 1. We'll see what Alabama A&M wants to do here. It's on their own 41, so they don't get it. They'd be giving up great field position, the Golden Lions, but looks like they're going to go for it.
Big gamble here by A&M. I tell you, they're going to call timeout and talk about it, because this could be the turning point in the ball game.
So there is a timeout here with 5:48 to go in the 3rd. The Golden Lions leading Alabama A&M 14-13. And a 4th down and a yard coming up here for the Bulldogs on their own 41. And you may see them try to get them to jump off sides too here.
Tim, if you don't make it, here's the gamble they're going to bring on the punt team. Because the big gamble is if you don't make it, when you turn the football over on the 40-yard line, on the outside of the field, UAPB's offense already has been hot this 3rd quarter. They've moved the football down the field very well.
Well, the man that's back to punt it, he's listed as a quarterback on the roster, so keep that in mind. Brandon Wells of Calera, Alabama, 6'3" quarterback.
Well,
so you never know.
They've shown some trickery here early in the ball game.
Now here they go again. Now he runs up to the line of scrimmage. See if they're actually going to snap this ball. They're going to try the hard count again. Almost got the Golden Lions to jump. Well, A&M wastes 2 timeouts here. They almost got the Golden Lions to jump. It's down to 5 seconds. Now there's a false start off the left side there, and it backfired on A&M, and now I think you will see them punt.
Yeah, good patience by the Golden Lions defense.
Absolutely.
Great patience there.
It was the same fake trick play that we saw earlier where they tried to get the Golden Lions to jump off sides with a bunch of hard counts, and let's see who's going to jump first. And that time the Bulldogs, it's hard to stay in that position. They were in that down position for about 15 or 20 seconds. And finally, A&M made a mistake. So 4th and 6 now. Looks like they are on to punt it. And they will. Line drive end over end, kick. Almost touched by Rowland. It's going to roll inside the 10. Just get away from it now as it rolls down to the 7. And Patrick Rowland almost had that thing come up and hit him.
Yeah, he really did.
But a good punt after all of that. Little game within the game between the two teams there. But UAPB will take over with the lead for the first time, 14-13. 5.5 to go third quarter, and we'll see if they can keep the momentum going here to take a long drive to do so.
Tim, we got some double hit action today. I think when this ball game's over, I might hop on down to the Hyper Complex where the Lady Lions of basketball who's coming off a key win against Philander Smith a couple of nights ago. They're going to play Talladega College out of Alabama, and they're at the Hyper Complex at 7 o'clock. So
I guess you would call that Talladega Nights. All right. I was just seeing if everyone's awake. All right, 14-13, UAPB by 1, 5.5 to go third, and I formation. Tight end in motion. They're going to play action. Going over the middle, they got Young, and he makes an outstanding grab at the 36-yard line, a post play, and they dialed it up perfectly. A great thrown ball, and Willie Young went up that time and got it like he was a big, tall receiver instead of a speedy receiver. He showed some great athletic ability.
Willie Young has good size. He's 6'1", 180 pounds, a redshirt sophomore. He's out of Miller McCoy Academy. There's an all-male 3A school there in New Orleans, and he's an athlete that played. He's a heck of an athlete. In high school, he played cornerback, safety, and wide receiver.
Offensive line did a nice job of buying some time for Anderson. Handoff. It's going to be Wilson over the 40 to the 41. Gain of about 5 or 6.
And Tim, in this third quarter, I say that from the top of the third quarter, this UAPB's offense, they've shown some life offensively. They've been able to penetrate the football down the field. And with the exception of Ben Anderson's fumble, and they could easily go in and score that on that particular possession. But I like the bounce in the step. This looks like a whole different team here in the third quarter versus in the first half of play.
2nd down and 4 here. Hand off again. Wilson makes one man miss. Has the first down and a little extra to the 49. Gain of about 7 back-to-back carries for Wilson. Saw him in the first half, had 3 straight carries. And the senior from Earl, Arkansas, Michael Wilson, has had a season high now. I believe that's 7 carries in the ball game. 4 minutes left here in the third. Golden Lions started this drive on their own 7. 3 plays later, they have it at their own 49. Moving the football here at midfield, 1st and 10. Leading by 1, 14-13. And this could be blown dead here. The beginning of the play could be a false start on the Golden Lions, and that's exactly what it is.
That time's in a little cover 2 defensive formation. The safety over top, because Willie Young's drawing one-on-one coverage down on the bottom of your radio dial. Assistants in the booth there from.
Yeah, he called a special play called chips. Who was wanting the chips play? 3:30 to go. Here in the third, handoff, and nothing happened here. So after the false start, now you're going to have a gain of a half yard maybe. So 2nd down and about 14, 15 coming up here. .305 and counting in the third. And the Golden Lions up by 1, 14-13. Faced with a 2nd down and 14 at their own 44. Play action. Got a man open. Caught by Young. Breaks a tackle for a second. And they able to pick up about 7 or 8 to the 48-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and about 8 here.
Yeah, UAPB, definitely you can look for a pass play here because they want to try to get this 1st down to keep this offensive momentum going.
Shotgun snap coming up here. 4 receiver set. Stepping up in the pocket at the 45, sliding close to the 1st down yardage. I believe he's got it at just outside of the 41 of A&M, and appears to be enough for a 1st down for Ben Anderson. Again, those 3rd and longs, he just tends to read the defense, get out of the pocket and make things happen, it becomes very dangerous.
Yeah, he's by far the best threat in the conference.
First and 10 now at the Bulldog 40. Going to throw it here on first down. And again, just a design quarterback keeper. Then A&M does a good job. That time only a gain of about 2 or 3. As their big defensive lineman, Anthony Lanier, that time did a nice job. Because if he didn't get him, there was plenty of room for Ben Anderson to do some work with.
I'll tell you what, A&M is concentrating on Willie Young now because they're in like a cover 2 right now because ever since Young caught that big pass over Miller, you know, the safety's over top.
Going to throw it here on second down and 7. Crossing pattern to Ferguson, and he's got it. Breaks a tackle at the 20. Look out from behind. And taken down at about the 16-yard line on a big first down pass play from Ben Anderson to Isaiah Ferguson.
Things gotten chippy down there. The late flag came in. Things gotten chippy between Willie Young and the cornerback for A&M, Devontae Simon.
Well, they call it only on. Caught it on A&M.
Yeah, on A&M called on the linebacker.
It'll be half the distance to the goal, so UAPB is going to have a first down and goal.
Devin Andrews, rather, he's a linebacker. Also the long snapper for Alabama A&M.
Under a minute to play here in the third. UAPB leading 14-13. They'll have a first down and goal here from the 8-yard line of Alabama A&M. Got Michael Wilson just to the right of Anderson. Hawthorne in motion. Gonna throw it, going to Hawthorne. It's picked off. And Hawthorne was knocked down on the play at the goal line and intercepted and returned. He fumbled it, but they're gonna say he was down at about the 15 or 16, but that is now the third turnover by the Golden Lions inside the Bulldog 25-yard line, and this one was very costly. It was picked off in front of Hawthorne, but he was belted at the goal line before the ball got there. Wow. 3 turnovers, a fumble, and 2 interceptions inside the 25 today.
Yeah, those kind of penalties, those kind of turnovers really can hurt your cause, and they might come back, and they can come back and bite you in the back later in the ball game.
So 27 seconds left. And here in the third, 14-13, A&M will take over after the interception at their own 16. Jamison Lee is back in at quarterback, and a nice tackle. It was Harvey Harris was corralled in the backfield, a loss of 3. DeMarcus Berry comes up with a nice play.
DeMarcus Berry, I'll tell you what, he's a heck of an athlete for UAPB. He's a redshirt junior, a kid who wasn't recruited out of high school. He's from Alexandria, Louisiana. He walked on 3 years ago.
That is going to end the third quarter of action here on Senior Day. And the Golden Lions will go to the fourth quarter leading 14-13 over Alabama A&M. Back here in just a moment.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Lee gonna throw it here. Gets it to his running back, makes a nice move, and stacked up, I believe, enough for the first down, a gain of about 13. Up to the 27-yard line.
See, we haven't talked about it much today, and as this fourth quarter progresses on, I want to get your thoughts on the rankings for the playoffs.
Well, Alabama being #1, and I think deservingly so. I would say Florida State, boy, that ball's bad. It just rejected. That looked like Mutombo in the NBA. No. He swatted that thing in the 3rd row. My goodness. I would say, Carl, that Alabama and Florida State probably 2 best teams going right now. Don't get a chance to watch Oregon play a whole lot because they play so late, but they're extremely good. And then Mississippi State, I think deservingly falling to #4, deserve to be still in that top 4. As there's a handoff here to Harvey Harris, gets up to the 36-yard line and about a yard or 2 shy of the first.
I thought for a moment there with the loss to Alabama that Mississippi State was going to drop to maybe perhaps #5, but I think
they got it right for the most part. You know, but it's exciting to watch.
Played.
There's still a lot of ball left, a lot of food still on the table. That's for sure. Handoff's going to be Harris again. A little cutback before he stacked up. It was 3rd and short. He just needed about a yard and a half, and he got enough for the first.
Fumble?
That's a first down.
It seemed like the side Joes were fumbling or signaling.
Carl Ben Anderson now 118 yards and a touchdown on 13 carries today. He's 12 of 16 for 198 and a touchdown, but he has those 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. So outside of that, it's another brilliant day for Ben Anderson. And there's going to be a sack. That is a huge sack by DeMarcus Berry, and Jamison Lee is just swallowed up back at the 33-yard line, and boy, Berry just bear hugged him to the ground.
I tell you, DeMarcus, he's been at UAPB for 3 years, but he's only played, with the exception of this season, he's only played the 2012 season. That's the year the UAPB won the SWAC championship. But you know, he's a heck of a football player.
2 minutes gone by here in the 4th quarter. UAPB leading 14-13. Going to throw it here on first down. It's high and sails over the head of the intended receiver, Octavian Miles, and David White, who had an interception earlier, had a chance for that one, but he was going to need to be a little bit taller. Yeah, he went up high for that and came down awkwardly. It's going to be 3rd down and about 14 here for A&M at their own 33. Stops the clock at 12:55 remaining here in the 4th, with the Bulldogs trailing UAPB by 1.
And David, he's a starting cornerback, 6'2", 180 pounds, a redshirt freshman. Like I said, he's out of McKinley High School there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. In high school, he's a 2-sport athlete. He's a sprinter on that track team, but he came in, had a fine preseason practice, spring practice rather, and came in and practiced during August and just really impressed the defensive coaches and earned the starting spot, and he's held that left cornerback spot down very well this season. I believe, Tim, you know, the UAPB is going to be in great shape next season. When you look on the defensive side, you got Mitchell and White returning as the corners. You got Kevin Rucker Jr. is back in one of the safety spots. Jared Turner's back, so that whole secondary is back.
3rd down and 14 here. Going to throw it, stepping up in the pocket. Lee finds his back. Harris at the 40. And then taken down from behind at about the 46, maybe the 47. He's going to be a little bit shy of the first down.
Another decision-making moment for A&M, and it looks like the offensive personnel still on the field.
With 12:30 and counting, we'll see the Bulldogs watch out for another hard count here. They've been doing that a lot. Crowd starts to get into it. Here on 4th and 2, they will go for it. Pass play complete, first down and more. Broken tackle at the 40 and then out of bounds. And then a late hit on top of that. It's going to tack on 15 more by Jared Turner, I believe, or was it Andre Mitchell?
Mitchell going to go against Jared Turner.
That's going to tack on 15 more, and the Bulldogs are going to be in business after all this.
Wow. It looks like Turner was trying to hold up on the sidelines there, but any kind of forcible contact is going to draw a flag.
And that's going to spot the football all the way down to the UAPB 26. A 14-13 ball game. The Golden Lions lead it by 1 point. Just over 12 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Big gamble there by A&M, and the gamble paid off.
So first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Driving now, trying to regain the lead. Handoff Harris at the 20, cuts back, and then driven forward to the 16-yard line and picked up nearly 10 yards here.
I tell you what, those gold shoes that Ryan Williams was wearing, every time you see him, you think there's a flag on the field. Big number 92 for UAPB.
Mind you, LC Greenwood a little bit.
Yeah.
A little different design, of course. Just a few years difference. The late, great LC Greenwood. Handoff straight ahead. Harris belted hard, but not before. He rips off about 7 or 8 down to about the 8-yard line. And the Bulldogs now, this is right where the Golden Lions turned it over on their last possession. Well, if UAPB could have capitalized on all their chances in the red zone today, they would be up by a couple of scores right now, but instead nursing a 1-point lead with the Bulldogs threatening here with 11 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, they are. It's
left the door open. Jamison Lee set to take the snap. Play action over the middle, little slant is caught. Touchdown, Alabama A&M. Tevin McKenzie. They bid on the little fake for just a second. A little hesitation. Freed up a little space on the slant over the middle, and McKenzie catches it for the score. So regaining the lead as the Bulldogs of Alabama A&M here with 10:47 to play. Here in the fourth quarter, it's now 19-14. I think you're going to see them go for 2 here. Try to go up by 7 as they're already up by 5. So it's the time to go for 2. Try to push it to a 7-point ball game. Man in motion. Lee takes the snap, sprints to his right, throws back across his body over the middle, and it's knocked away, incomplete. I believe Woodard got a hand on it for the Golden Lions.
Yeah, Gentry Woodard.
We'll take a timeout with 10:47 to go in the ball game. Alabama A&M regains the lead over UAPB 19-14. We'll have the kickoff coming up in a moment.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
So 10:47 remaining in the ball game here. It's 19-14. UAPB down 5, and they'll get the football back.
Have we seen King turn one this year?
Last home game in the third quarter, took one to the house. And we'll see if he gets a shot. He's the deep man on the play. Here on the kickoff, he will get an opportunity as he's going to field it from the 8. King over the 20 and belted hard and actually fumbled the football at the 27. And the Golden Lions, I believe, got it back. Now a penalty flag comes in here at the end of the play.
It's been a lot of little push and shove after Wilson. Somebody's going to get a personal foul penalty here.
Let's see who got caught. As there was pushing and shoving going on after the play.
I believe it's going to go against the Golden Lions.
10:41 to go.
And I think Gentry Lockett
Carl, while they sort this out, I want to say a special thanks to the law office of Charles Scott, personal injury attorney serving Pine Bluff and surrounding areas, located at 6900 Sheridan Road in Whitehall. And Mr. Charles Scott, his law office provided sandwiches today, courtesy of Thomas Groceries, provided sandwiches for our production crew here at UAPB TV. So special thanks to the law office of Charles Scott and Thomas Groceries.
Yeah, those guys.
They may have called this penalty on
Alabama
A&M actually.
Yeah, they got it on. They called it on Cedric Tingler. He's a reserve linebacker for Alabama A&M, a true freshman out of Birmingham, Alabama. And that hurts, yeah. But back to that TV production crew, those guys do, led by, I want to say, Roger Robson, a lot of hosts of other people, but they do a great job out in the elements, and folks like us and R. Kelley.
R. Kelley.
We are up in there.
R. Kelley and Shelley. Well, Shelley not with us today. I think she tampered with the heat in here and got it all hot. She would have loved it in here today.
We're in the warm confines of
the toasty. And I don't know. They have the temperature set as if it was cold outside, and it is not. But this looks like a false start maybe on the Golden Lions, so they blew this play dead. Going to back them up 5.
That's the 4th false start penalty for the Golden Lions today. And you don't want to go backwards.
No.
Still a lot of time to go in a football game at 10 minutes and 41 seconds. But it's important that UAPB will respond in some form or fashion to Alabama A&M's last touchdown drive.
High snap taken by Anderson, handoff to Hanley, and Hanley picks up about 3 to the 40-yard line, bring up 2nd down and long. 10.5 to play.
Hanley hasn't just been able to chop off one of those long runs today. He got open for the long touchdown pass, but Alabama A&M has held him pretty much in check in the running game. Held this UAPB offense in check in terms of gaining yards on the ground today.
Hand off here. Nope, they fake it over the middle. Caught by C.J. Branch for the first down of the Bulldog 43. He went up and got that one.
C.J. he was recruited 3 years ago out of your school, Washington Chapel High School, where he's an all-conference quarterback. C.J.'s beefed up quite a bit since that freshman year. He's around 260 pounds. Came out of high school at about 220, 225, but he's, he's an excellent blocking tight end, and he has good hands too. A very important player on this football team because he's also the deep snapper.
9:35 and counting. Going to throw it here. Now Anderson, a little pump fake, going to just keep it and get down at the 42. And basically no gain on the play. .920 and counting. It's starting to get late in the ball game.
Anderson was looking for Willie Young down. He's still drawing one-on-one coverage, but there was good coverage there by the secondary Alabama A&M. You have to cover that. You have to look at that as it's not really a coverage sack, but no one was wide, no one was open.
Shotgun snap, looking right, a little pump fake. Now trying to run out of problems, throws off his back foot. Anderson's got Branch again. Branch falling down on his back, making the catch at the 30-yard line, and a gain of 12 for a first down.
That might have been CJ's first time in his career he's caught 2 balls in the same quarter.
And the same drive?
Yeah, he's caught 2 balls in the game, but not in the same drive.
Well, 2 of the last 3 plays have gone his way. And 2 first down catches for C.J. Branch. So the Golden Lions have it at the Bulldog 30. They'll hand it off to number 30. Brian Hanley here. Hanley's stacked up at the 27. Short gain of just a couple of yards.
Well, I'll tell you, those corners and receivers for UAPB getting a little chippy there on the edges there. That time, Varte King was kind of, he and the cornerback for Alabama A&M, Danny Johnson. They were kind of getting to know each other out there on the edges.
.750 and counting here. 2nd down and 7, handoff. Handley makes one man miss, but the second wave's going to eat him up as he loses a couple of yards. Maybe a loss of 3 on the play.
Handley was trying to get outside, but it's tough to run outside on this Alabama A&M defense. Those linebackers are extremely quick. You're talking about guys that's running about 4.5s in the 40. Now, a huge 3rd down play. I don't know if UAPB is in 2-down territory here, but you got 7 minutes and 24 seconds and counting. If we'll just see what happens in this play before we think about 4th down.
3rd down and long, going to throw it, and looked like Anderson was hit as he released the football, and the ball is short, incomplete.
It was tipped there by Vickers, Jawanza Vickers, defensive end for Alabama A&M.
And with 7:09 to go, down 5, they're really too far for a field goal and too short to punt it. You're going to see the Golden Lions go for it, and watch Ben Anderson here if the play breaks down. This is where he is so dangerous.
This is where he uses his legs.
They're going to bring some heat on him. Set to throw it, will throw it. Pass is caught at the 15 by Isaiah Ferguson for a 1st down. On 4th and 12, Ben Anderson comes up with maybe his best throw of the day as he put that one right on the money on a 4th down and 12 play. And credit Ferguson for making the catch with a player bearing down on him right as he caught it.
Well, he certainly has the height, brother. He being Ferguson. He's 6'6", 205 pounds. He's out of Brooklyn, New York, and he's a big target.
6:46 and counting, and Golden Lions got a golden opportunity here. Getting late in the game, may not have a better opportunity than this one right here. Design quarterback keeper. Anderson gets away from one man at the 10, the 5. Anderson end zone. Yes, sir. Touchdown, Golden Lions. Ben Anderson, the senior on senior day. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. And Anderson puts the Golden Lions back on top with 6:31 remaining. Here in the 4th quarter, it's now 20-19 Golden Lions.
Credit Willie Young also, who got a key block on the edges. That's one thing that receivers at UAPB are very good at doing, is blocking on the edges. Young made a heck of a block that opened up a little crease for Anderson to get into the end zone.
So Anderson had some turnovers in this ball game, but he comes up clutch with that one, and the Golden Lions are going to go for 2 here. They're up by 1, trying to push it to a 3-point game with 6.5 to go here. Anderson set to throw it, and it's batted down. Incomplete. He had Hawthorne open, but the pass was batted down, so we'll step aside here with 6:31 remaining in the 4th quarter. Van Anderson puts the Golden Lions back on top with a 4th down pass play and then a rushing touchdown on the next play. 20-19, Golden Lions by 1.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move? In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Mine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Exceptionally well here in the 4th quarter.
Here's the kickoff by Strickland, and a great one at that. He goes in and out the back of the end zone. Maybe his best kickoff of the season. So 6:31 to play as the M4 is rocking it out in the end zone. Golden Lions trying to hang on here, back up by 1. As we're getting late in the ball game. The offense did their job, and now the defense is going to have to come up big as Well, you've seen a lot of quarterbacks through the years here, and Ben Anderson certainly got a rank right up there with at the top of the list all time at UAPB.
Yeah, I'm ranking up there with Chris Robinson and a couple more guys, but he's by far he's the leading passer.
Carl, they're going to go up top here, and a great defensive play by Jared Turner. He was the deep safety on the play, and he saved a big play, batting it down as the Bulldogs were going for the home run ball on first down.
As a matter of fact, the receiver for Alabama A&M, I believe that's number 88, Octavius Miles, he ended up being the defender on that play. But Ben Anderson, like I said, he's the all-time leading passer in terms of passing yards for UAPB.
Almost 10,000 for his career.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's done a lot running the ball as well, and A&M's going to run this one. It's going to be Eldamore this time as he gets up to the 35. It looks to be enough for a first down.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he's got that SWAC championship to his resume as well, and one of the most infamous plays in Golden Lion history, the 95-yard touchdown with a couple of minutes left, end up sending it to overtime. So it's quite a resume for Ben Anderson in his career at UAPB. The handoff and getting hit immediately, just about a gain of 1 there, was Eldamore, and the Golden Lion defense is starting to tackle a lot more sure-handedly here last couple games.
Ben Anderson is a very intelligent ball player. He's had some conversations with some scouts from the Seattle Seahawks, the Dallas Cowboys being here. He's a very intelligent ball player.
Second down and 9. Ball spotted at the 36. Bulldogs going to throw it. Pass is complete and close to the first down, and out of bounds with it was Tevin McKenzie, maybe just short of the first down. Bring up third down and short.
Well, without a doubt, I believe Alabama A&M is in 4-down territory, regardless of what the football is on the field, because if UAPB gets the ball back, the way Ben has been operating, Alabama A&M might not get it back. Big third down play here.
Third down and less than 1. Little quick pass caught at the goal line 49. And it's enough for a first down. Darius Williams on the catch. Mitchell with the tackle.
Darius Williams has been targeted quite a bit today. After 3 quarters, Darius had picked 7 catches for 103 yards.
4:45 and counting. Ball at midfield, 1st and 10 for Alabama A&M. UAPB leads by 1, 20-19. Been a great game. Going to throw it here. Look out from the backside. Pass is nearly picked off, and it would have been if Williams wouldn't have got his hand in there to knock it away, and Davin Alexander almost had the pick.
Yeah, Alexander.
Poorly thrown ball. It was dangerous. Threw it behind him and in traffic.
Yeah. Jameson Lee was lucky on that pass play.
Yeah, I mean, you throw across your body into nearly triple coverage, try to force one in there, and Williams got his hand in there, was able to prevent the interception. So 2nd down and 10 from midfield. Handoff this time. Eldamore's got a little bit of running room before being stacked up at the 44-yard line. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 4. Gain of 6.
A good open field tackle there by LaFerrier Franklin.
Coaching staff over here. My nephew Christian sitting in with us here today. Asked what that noise was. Well, that was the coaching staff pounding on the desk over here, and that's our buddy Satellite Totten, of course, made famous as a first down here by A&M up to the 32-yard line. But Willie Satellite Totten, of course, you know anything about the history of Mississippi Valley State football, he's going to be one of the names at the top of the list.
Yeah, he's quarterback for the Delta Devils along with when they hooked up with Jerry Rice.
Hand off here on first down up to the 28-yard line with 3:40 to go. Alabama A&M's got a little something cooking here. Well, there's a reason it's called Rice-Totten Stadium.
Yeah.
And those two players who really put them on the map, they were a phenomenon, if you will.
Yeah, I believe he's the quarterback coach for Alabama A&M, and one time he was former head coach at Mississippi Valley State.
He sure was for a while. Had a timeout called by UAPB with 3:34 remaining, and now it gets down to this crunch time here where a field goal can beat you, but the Golden Lions don't want to let them get much closer here, at least make it a long field goal. They certainly don't want to get up a touchdown.
They really don't, and I think UAPB's called this timeout because because UAPB has got 2 timeouts left, but you want to, in case A&M scores, you want a little time on the clock where you can move the football down the field, and Alabama A&M is going to take its time because they're in great shape. They're in field goal range. They'll work towards a touchdown. But they would love to eat off another couple minutes of this clock before they turn the football over to UAPB.
3:34 to go, 20-19. Been a good ball game. Went back and forth, both teams with the lead. And right now the Golden Lions on top by just a fraction.
Yes.
Second down and 7 from the Golden Lion 28. Bulldogs driving down 1 late in the game here. Gonna throw it, going up top. And a jump ball. Alexander was on coverage. It falls incomplete. And they were trying to hook up with Montarius Smith, and Alexander has been in the midst of several pass breakups today.
I'll tell you what, he comes from an athletic family too. He's out of North Little Rock High School, and his cousin is a former Arkansas Razorback, Darian McFadden, who got a chance to see this past Thursday night on the NFL Network.
Their first win of the season for Oakland. Beat a good Kansas City team, yeah, 24-20.
That's a big rivalry.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Third down here. They're going to throw a little swing pass. It's going to be a first down out of bounds inside the 20. They dump it off to Eldamore, and he's got it down to about the 19. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs, stopping the clock at 3:24.
Alabama A&M is definitely within field goal range now.
Yeah, they're not going away. It's getting dangerous down here for UAPB. Somebody's going to have to make a play. First and 10. Inside the 20 now. And he ran out of bounds. I don't really understand why the clock is rolling, but he clearly ran out of bounds. But nevertheless, handoff straight ahead, stacked up close to the 16-yard line. And they're just going to try to eat up some of this clock here and maybe settle for a short field goal.
Yeah, the ball is definitely in Alabama A&M's court because with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to count, they're going to use up the big 25-second play clock before they snap the football because they know they're in ideal field goal range. Nowadays, field goal is not guaranteed.
Texas Southern had a similar situation in the final seconds, and UAPB blocked the field goal to win the game. So that's never a sure thing. Handoff trying to go right side, and a good job defensively, taken down at the 16-yard line, a gain of about a yard. DeMarcus Berry over there. And timeout, UAPB is going to bring up I believe a third down and about 7 here.
Yeah, and see, Alabama A&M, it's going to be forced to kick the field goal if they don't make this first down because you don't want to go for it on fourth down. So this could be perhaps the biggest play of the ball game.
2 minutes, 6 seconds to play. UAPB on top, 20-19. And it'll be a third down and about 7 coming up for the Bulldogs, but they have it at the Golden Lion 16. Maybe take take one shot in the end zone here or just keep it on the ground and try. Here's the snap, going to throw it. They will go for it on the end zone and knocked away. A great play. Yard attempt whenever they get set here with 2:04 to go. So the Golden Lions do have a little bit of time. And by going for it on the end zone, UAPB did not have to waste a timeout. So they'll have one timeout left with a couple of minutes to work with.
Yeah, that's a lot of time with Ben Anderson and Willie Young, you know. And then if A&M gets a field goal, all you have to do is get in the field goal range for Tyler Strickland. So
yeah, so this game is far from over, even if the field goal is made by the Bulldogs here. But obviously, as a Golden Lion fan, you hope they miss it. You like your chances a lot better with a 1-point lead in the same scenarios. So we'll see what happens here with Ramon from the right hash here as we are set for the kick. It'll be a 33-yard field goal attempt to take the lead with 2 minutes to go. Good snap, good hold. He may have pushed it left, and he did. No good. Ramon misses the 33-yard field goal, and the Golden Lions sideline celebrating, but the game's not over quite yet. But 1:58 remaining, they just bettered their odds by a whole bunch.
They really did, Tim. And the Alabama A&M coaches, if you look at the booth right next to us, the coaches are very dejected.
It's a great drive.
Yeah.
And similar to what the Golden Lions have done tonight. Drive the football down, get in the red zone, and stalls out.
Well, Alabama A&M only has one timeout left, okay? So, with a minute and 15 seconds to go, 2 rushing plays, well, you know, Alabama A&M is going to call timeout on the first running play. So, they're out of time. So, UAPB has 2 downs to go to kill more than 50 seconds.
Yeah, don't fumble. That's the last thing you want to do in this situation. Hand off to Wilson, a short gain off the right side.
A&M hasn't called timeout.
So they'll let it run down. It's going to go down to about 1:10 before the Golden Lions snap it here.
I don't know why Alabama is not going to use it. Didn't use that last timeout. It's going to be about 1:10 before Ben Anderson snaps his football.
So they're hanging on to that. I don't know. Really, the Golden Lions can pretty much just run this clock out. Maybe that's what they know. They'll snap it here. There's 1 on the play clock. Handoff, and Hanley is going to lose about 4 yards on the carry, and he's not going to like his overall average today, as he's had about 3 of those. And now they blow it dead at 107. So the Golden Lions can run one more play here. They can run it down to about 40 seconds or so and punt it. So then A&M is going to need a miracle after that with no timeouts and have to go about 60 or 70 yards.
Well, Alabama A&M is going to look for do you come with a pass?
No. I keep it on the ground and eat up that clock. Because if you miss the pass, it stops the clock, and then you're going to have to punt it anyway. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe they do it.
But the tight end, C.J. Branch, has been open a couple times today, and
you could definitely probably get them with the play action right here because they're thinking you're going to run the ball. But it is very dangerous because you have a chance to eat up the clock and punt it with 30 or 40 seconds left and make it really tough on the Bulldogs with no timeouts left. And movement looked like an offsides there, and Anderson was just going to go deep with it, thinking it was a free play. But I believe it was an offsides neutral zone infraction on the Bulldogs, and it was. So now it's going to make it 3rd down and about 6 coming up.
Yeah.
Now they have to reset the clock back to 107 as a couple of seconds went off.
It's going to be interesting. And Willie Young's got one-on-one coverage at the top of your radio dial.
One receiver, and that is Willie Young. I formation with Hanley. Anderson taking his time. Takes the snap here, and they will keep it on the ground with Hanley, and Hanley's got the 1st and more at the 35-40. Hanley forced out of bounds at the Golden Lion 48-yard line, and now that should be the final nail in the coffin.
Good block on the outs on that right side of the offensive line. You have to go with both the tackle and the guard for UAPB, who.
So that was for the Golden Lions. That was, or for Hanley rather, Carl. That was his best run of the day.
It really was. You have to credit the guard, Perry Jonah, who made a.
And now you can get in victory formation.
He made a heck of a pulling block there. And he's a transfer out of Monroe Community College there in New Rochester, New York.
Anderson will take a knee. Have to do it one more time, and that'll be all she wrote. And thankful and happy for these seniors, and especially for a guy like Ben Anderson. Been a little bit of a sour taste last couple of years, and had such a great career here and here on Senior Day.
And you have to be happy for offensive coordinator Anthony Jones.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's the former Alabama A&M head coach there for 9 seasons, and
knock off his old team, and it's been such a tough year of turmoil and tragedy for he and his family, and the Golden Lion fans can celebrate as they win it by a score of 20-19 here on Senior Night, and UAPB victorious.
2014, visiting Alabama A&M Bulldogs 19.
As the defensive player of the game was Willie Duncan. Duncan had 12 tackles in this ball game. And Carl, first I want to say it. Hang on with me here a minute. We got all kinds of stuff going on.
Well, I hope we have lots of...
John Trell Lockett, my apologies. Lockett with the 12 tackles, defensive player of the game. Okay, for our crew back in the studio, Finley Hill and DJ Barnhill, and our crew here down on the sideline, Roger Robinson assisted by Keith Wilbur, and Archie Howard, William Lawson, Johnny Williams, and
Once again, Golden Lion fans, just a reminder, at 7 p.m. tonight,
I'm trying to read Kiana's writing here, but Kiana Austin on graphics, and she was definitely a runner today. She was all over the place. So sometimes you hear me talking on the air and off the air. A lot of times I'm talking to Kiana. But Well, that's going to wrap up our season. And at least it finished on a good note for UAPB and going into the off-season. Really big win for UAPB, 20-19 here on Senior Day against the Bulldogs. But your final thoughts on the year?
Well, it's a good way. It's been an up and down year for the Gold Lions, and this football team is young, with the exception of Ben Anderson on the offensive side, very experienced quarterback. UAPB is returning a number of starters for next season. When you look on the defensive side of the ball, you got Lockett, Duncan, 2 linebackers returning. Kyle Walker will be back, so all 3 of your linebackers are back. Then on the defensive line, you're only going to lose DeMarcus Berry. So you've got perhaps 9 or 10 starters coming back on defense. And when you look at the offensive side of the ball,
somebody's going to have to step up at quarterback.
Somebody's going to step up, but it looks, when you look at kids like Marcus Terrell and some other kids on the pretty much being the backup quarterback this year, I think the future looks good for UAPB.
Well, for Carl Wimper, I'm Tim Stubbs, and for our UAPB TV crew and 89.7 crew, we wrap it up here 20-19 on senior night as we wrap up the football season. UAPB victorious over Alabama A&M. So long, good night, go Lions.